My name is Mike Ergo. I served in the United States Marine Corps from 2001 to 2005. Getting out of the Marine Corps and moving back home, I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I constantly felt like something really bad was about to happen, and it was confusing because my mind and my eyes would tell me I was at home, and my body was giving me signals that I was about to die and I was still in combat. And I didn't understand that. I didn't even understand that enough to put that into words. I just lived a life of chaos like that, having panic attacks, being fearful, being angry, needing to shut myself away from people, and not feeling safe to be in my own body and to be in the present moment. Sometimes I'd recognize when I was triggered due to a loud noise, and sometimes I would just have the hairs in the back of my neck go up and not know why I was feeling so afraid and feeling so dreadful. But that reinforced the fear because I couldn't see what, if any, threat was there. And so a thought would lead to a feeling, would lead to a thought, and things would spiral up. I'm scared. Why am I scared? Well, something bad's going on. Oh, tighten up more. Well, now we're definitely scared. Something definitely is happening. I was introduced to the practice of yoga and meditation through my uncle, and this was part of our jiu-jitsu practice. Involved stretching poses, involved meditation, involved sitting with thoughts coming by, going by, sitting in uncomfortable postures sometimes, allowing that discomfort to be there. So I had little bits and pieces of what I understand now as a yoga practice along the way getting home. I got introduced to yoga in a much more substantial way after I met Dan Libby, and he was wearing a Veteran Yoga Project shirt. I met him at a training, and I was a therapist, he's a psychologist, and I asked him what it was about, and eventually one thing led to another, and he brought Veterans Yoga Project into my vet center where I was working at the time, and I got to finally experience yoga on a consistent basis week after week, and I was able to really feel what it was like to be more present in my own body and here in the now without having to worry about anything else, taking care of that later, but just being right here, feeling my feet on the ground. Yoga's benefited me in some pretty substantial ways, and I compete in Ironman triathlons, and so I'm constantly putting my body through a lot of physical exertion, and I am producing sore muscles, limited range of motion a lot of times by the exercise. And so twofold. One, yoga benefits me by helping me stay grounded or find my feet on the ground, find my breath, find my center. And it has also helped me to stretch out my muscles, stretch out my body, increase my range of motion to avoid injury. With my first year competing in a full distance Ironman, so 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, then a 26.2 mile run at the end of that. I did 3 of those within 10 months. I wasn't planning that at first, it just happened. And throughout that, I was doing yoga on a consistent basis, both at work with the Veterans Yoga Project and then at home, applying those stretches to my recovery and when I was at home. And so that kept me from getting injured. And I had a lot of peers in the sport who were getting injured from overuse and from having limited range of motion and compensating with their body movements. And so they would stress other parts of their bodies and get repetitive injury motions, shin splints, plantar fasciitis, locked up hips and back. And I experienced none of that. And it wasn't because I'm a super strong athlete, it's because I was taking care of my body, stressing my body out during my workouts, but then applying the principles of a yoga practice in the classroom and at home to have my body kick in that parasympathetic rest and digest and let my body heal again. When I'm not centered, I will bring whatever was happening before along with me, just throw it on my back and bring some of that chaos into the next situation and drag on that chaos with me to the next situation. And I'll continually be living in the past in some way and continuing that optional suffering. by bringing it to the next situation. So, but when I apply the principles of yoga, mindfulness, and I come back to just here, right now, then I can be with someone who's having a difficult time. In my line of work as a therapist, I can be with my family and be right there, right with them in the moment. And I can be with my daughter when she's having a difficult day or when she's having a great day and she wants to show me the latest art project she did. I can be with my clients who I'm providing therapy for and see exactly what they're trying to tell me and just be with them in a much more substantial way that can help their life and improve the quality of my own life. I don't have to bring whatever else was happening or worried about what might happen in the future into this moment. I can just be in this moment. It's pretty awesome. You know, there's so many parallels between military training and being 100% effective and mindfulness, and especially when doing urban combat training. I remember they'd always teach us clearinghouses, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. You know, if you're rushing in, you're going to trip on your boots, you're going to fall, people are going to stay in that fatal front, everything is going to go wrong. But if you just slow down, steady your breath, and then go. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, you're way more effective. So I'd say that yoga isn't some magical thing where you're going to learn how to levitate. Yoga is going to help you be the most effective version, the most powerful and authentic version of yourself.